What's dark web? And that's for fucking pedos and stuff, isn't it?
We lost 2 of our listeners. 4 left now.
I had Alistair over him to win by knockout.
It was nice and fucking straight until you fucking touched it.
You said chuck the Dell on the hip.
Yeah, you got a bad it.
Get down, baby.
Let's go podcast. Woo!
Are we podcasting now?
BT Sports 3. Vinny Pazienza versus Roberto Duran 2. 1995. It's not bad, is it? Duran, he doesn't look great, I'll be honest. The shape on him, he looks a bit like me from my isolation. Like.
He must be fair old age for Duran.
Yeah, 95. I don't know when he was born.
He's got to be, I'd say, mid-40s, maybe.
He looks easily late 30s. You know what I mean? Touching 40. There's no abs.
Yeah.
He's got a proper dad bod on the go.
Yeah, I met Vinny Pazienza in Vegas.
Did you?
Yeah, great guy. Fair play. Really good.
Great. Right.
James Exotic, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Nice hair, James.
Thank you, Matt.
I like that.
I like it.
What do you ask for when you get at him?
The same haircut as the bloke my missus fancies off Brasset.
I watched that. Isn't he good?
Yeah, mate, it's hilarious.
Is it?
Really good, yeah. Have you ever seen like This Is England and stuff?
No, I'm not a big fan of This Is England, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but it's like it's that type of theme, but it's like real funny comedy, like. Oh, do you know who's in it?
Ooh. Oh, it's the bird. Smart Bird's in it, isn't she?
The ring girl from BKB in Liverpool.
Which one?
The one who was in the ring.
Huh? I can remember. Was there only one? Yeah, I don't know.
There were 2. But I was like, I said to my missus, we were watching the first season, and one of them owns a strip club. And I went, I fucking know that stripper. She went, what do you mean? I went, I fucking know that stripper. I tried to shut me twat. I said, I do. Went on my Twitter to look. I was like, look, it's the ring girl.
I bet that didn't go down too well, did it?
But she's running down the stairs, so I don't know if she's coming down to smack me in the mouth or what.
The phone's right in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't need to scream at him.
You're on the podcast now, you know what? No. Fuck's sake,
What episode is it? 54?
I don't know what day of the week it is or nothing.
Yeah. What is back in work yet? No.
I haven't had an email for 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll call it 54 for now then. I think it is. Ciaran, he's not, he don't know me and you run the podcast, but Ciaran seems to useless.
When was the last one we done?
The last one we done with Ciaran? That was that 3 weeks ago?
2-3 weeks ago, yeah.
Time's all same a minute for me.
No, but what we can say is we've inspired though. Although we not get regular, we've inspired. And Shaky, since we've had him on, he come on with us. Then he started his own one, and he's actually wiping the floor with everyone.
I know. You know, guess he's got on.
It's because he got Dan Hardy on tomorrow. Christ.
Yeah. And then he's got the Ross Moriarty on the week after.
Yeah, and someone else as well. Or Boxer on as well. Oh, and Enzo.
Oh yeah.
Not bad for you lined up, is it?
The lockdown's killed us.
I think he had Guy Lockett on as well, didn't
he? I think he's had Gary on, yeah. He's got a great name as well. I mean, when we named ours, I just thought, literally, ours is called the first name that popped into my head. Well, that's a term for knocking someone out, so it's a fighting-related podcast, and Lilley's nickname's Lights Out, so it kind of works. And I did genuinely, that was the first thing I thought of. Whereas Shakey's is called Shake, Rattle and Roll. I think that's fucking great.
I know. Yeah, I think he just come on the podcast to see how one was done, and then he done a better one.
He's taken our shit one and then improved it. Tenfold.
Seems to happen a lot though. Ambition is critical done the same thing, isn't it?
Ambition is critical. We inspired, and they
We got a
overtook
cult. We got a cult following, don't we?
them. Would you class Jordan Palmer as a cult?
And Will Ginge.
Oh, he just abuses. He don't know fuck.
Yeah, we're
Anything.
not like we're like one of them films. It's not a blockbuster when it comes out, but like it always gets like a cult following that people are fans of. We're like
Pulp Fiction.
The 2012 Dread film.
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
good shout. Isn't it?
Brilliant film.
is it good? Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. I mean,
It's all right.
the Stallone version is terrible. But the
It's
2000,
fucking garbage.
2012
I like
Dread
I like
film.
that one.
It's fucking awful.
I like it when he wakes the robot up and he's like, "What's my mission?" He's like, "War." I'm like, "Go on, boy." Ciaran, I have been playing the Star Wars game for PlayStation.
Right, okay.
It's really good.
Battle.
No, the newer one.
Oh, the new one, right.
Fallen Jedi or something, or Fallen Order or something.
Right.
Run
And
around
not
those-
so good at the old computer games, but
No, I only usually play FIFA, but my brother had it, and I stuck it on. It's been good. My daughter plays it as well.
all right, okay.
But it's annoying because every time she plays it, she's sick. So I got to explain to her what's going on. She's like, "Why are we on this planet? What we're doing?" I'm like, "Oh fucking hell, just walk around and just kill stormtroopers or something."
I've watched the Michael Jordan, same as everybody else. I've watched the Michael Jordan documentary on Netflix, The Last Dance, and I'm now a massive basketball fan. I fucking can't get enough. I'm watching documentaries of all sorts on BT Sport. I'm in the middle of the Lakers versus the Boston Celtics documentary, and it's really good. Like Magic Johnson. Was Magic Johnson the one who had AIDS? Who had AIDS? The famous American sportsman.
No, Magic Johnson was in the documentary.
Yeah.
I think it is, isn't he, Magic Johnson, yeah?
Was it? It was Magic Johnson, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Magic Johnson had AIDS, not the gay AIDS, the normal AIDS.
What?
He recovered from it, didn't he? He's technically haven't got AIDS now.
And
HIV, I think. Sorry.
Tommy Gunn had AIDS as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but he had the bad AIDS that killed him.
Yeah, but he got over it. He boxed again.
Yeah, he didn't get over it because it killed him.
Well,
No,
his wife's contested it, didn't she? Because I remember when the documentary was on BT.
BT 30.
That's it, yeah. I put it on Facebook saying this is a brilliant documentary, all the rest of it. And then his wife contacted me on Facebook saying that the documentary is all nonsense. And she sent me like dozens of messages showing how she got a court case against Nevada State Athletic Commission. It's actually going through now.
Let's get her on.
I bet she said it was a shit documentary because they basically blamed her for him dying. So no wonder she got the ump. But I watched the Michael Jordan documentary. I thought, I haven't got a new game. I've just been playing UFC on the Xbox for God knows how long. So I'm gonna buy the NBA game, the new one. It was an offer as well. It was like 16 quid. I was like, fucking, so sign me up. When I bought it, I started playing and realized I don't know the rules of basketball. I don't know the positions of basketball. I don't know the buttons. And I'm getting battered and nearly smashing my Xbox up every time. I'm starting to get half decent at it only because I'm the Chicago Bulls guy. And I got Michael Jordan. And you can do anything with him and he scores. But other than that, I'm quite enjoying basketball. I'm looking forward to it coming on.
Do you know what? Years ago, like me and Lee Lewis were like, we'd never seen a game of basketball, but we were Chicago Bulls fans when we were in school. And I can remember I got the game for the PlayStation. Like this must have been like NBA like 2000 or something. And I was exactly the same. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And when you're like 13, you're like, I'm not fucking bothering this. So I fucked it off. But I was a fan back then, but I'd never seen a game of basketball. Man,
I can't wait for it to come back on PT. I'm going to start watching it.
yeah,
I'm going to support the Chicago Bulls. They haven't got Michael Jordan, obviously, and they probably shit now.
they are shit. Have you seen when they're in the league?
Are they crap?
Yeah, they're terrible now.
It makes me want to support them even more, that does, because
Yeah.
I love an underdog.
I've been researching it. I was like, I'm back into basketball now because I'm circa 93 when I used to support them. But I was looking at the team players and I was like, these aren't the fucking names of the players. They all got weird names. And I was like, oh, where's all the Americans like? And I looked at the league table then. They're not even in the playoff place.
And they?
No, and the league table, it fucking baffles me.
I know we've got an east and a west side, haven't we? The same as NFL.
But then each side is split into 4 divisions, but you play all the teams in your conference, but they are split into divisions.
You play them like 2 or 3 times each. It's like 90-game season, isn't it?
Carry on with that, boys, for a second. I'll be back in a minute now.
I know, it's 82 games in a regular season without the playoffs.
I'm up for that. See, that's like a game every other day, surely.
Yeah, but the game's only an hour long, but it's on TV for 3 hours.
Yeah, because they're calling timeouts every 25 seconds.
Yeah, and there's a break every 15 minutes. It's like the NFL. Like, I've tried watching the NFL. It's on for 6 hours a day.
I watched like Super Bowls and stuff, and years ago, I can't remember what Super Bowl. I was in Butlins, and I was about 18, and I went back to the room early, and the Super Bowl was on. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this, and it was all right because I was drunk, so it wasn't too bad. But I decided my NFL team is the Philadelphia Eagles because Rocky's from Philadelphia and Joe Frazier's from Philadelphia, so that is all I'm going on. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're shit.
Which one's the ones I used to always pick? They got like it looks like the Knights of Templar badge. It's got like it's a black badge with like it looks like a spike type thing. Can't remember the name of the fucking team.
You're asking me something. I know they don't think they exist anymore. The LA Raiders, isn't it?
Yeah, but they may move Oakland Raiders. They're moving to Vegas.
Are they?
Yeah, if you look online at like American teams, it's mad. It's a franchise in it. It's not actually. Yeah. So they move teams, they move locations, and there's some teams that are called like, I can't remember the name of it now. They used to be like some in Hornets, and now they're in a different location called the other Hornets. So this team is actually called the Raiders, and it doesn't matter where they are because they were somewhere else before Oakland as well.
Yeah, well, it's the same in basketball. I'm watching this Boston Celtics versus LA Lakers history, and the LA Lakers, used to be in the 50s, somewhere like Minnesota Lakers.
I know, it's mad. No, that's like Man United fucking pulling up fucking things and like going to Leeds United Red Devils, like, it's mad.
It's like, I mean, like Swansea moving down the road and becoming Skewing City.
Tell you what, boys, though, like, but like American sports. When I was in New York in October, I went to a New York Jets game, Jets against the Patriots. And, so I went on this New York Jets like Facebook group just to find out sort of, me and my mate had tickets for the game. And I sort of said, well, what's around the stadium? What type of things do you do? And someone said, you go tailgating. So tailgating is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like a party. People just set up their own parties in the car park. So you can have your own private ones. Like you could have the TTLO tailgating party. That could be your own private one. Or you can have ones where you just pay $30 or whatever it is. Like me and my mates, we just wandered this guy called Jetsman. The guy dressed up as like a Jets character. We paid him 30 quid and we just joined their tailgate then. And you
can you imagine like if that was done down the Swans?
Oh yeah, right.
Dressed like a swan, not Cyril the Swan, but in like a shit version of Cyril. So there's 4 Esther booth open and a barbecue, a £5 barbecue from Tesco's on the go, charging everyone £5 to have a party when he's got his Alexa on. Yeah. It wouldn't work, would it?
Oh, it's brilliant though. Tailgate was amazing. One of my best experiences, I'd probably say, of my life hours.
That's the thing with the Americans. They know how to do shit, don't they? You know what I mean? Yeah. We'd look at someone, if they tried that here, we'd look at them and go, look at that fucking dickhead.
Yeah, Americans are sensible drinkers, isn't it? If you look at, have you seen, like, it shows the difference between an American festival and a British festival? In the American festival, everyone's, like, looking all nice and neat, and there's, like, a drinking area, and you're allowed to take drinks you into the main fucking, where you watch the bands. So everyone's looking pristine, there's no beer, everyone's smiling. They show a British festival and they got a guy strapped to a chair beer bong in his mouth, pouring beer in his mouth, and he's pissing and shit himself. That's just the difference, isn't it, between us and the fucking Americans.
On this tailgate, and you could have, for that $30, you can basically eat as much. They got like loads of barbecues on the go. They got big huge fridges full of beer, which you can help yourself to. And every half hour, they bring a big huge tray of shots around. And you have the shot, and then the guy Jetsman gives a speech, and then you neck your drink. But my mate, who's Scottish, was a big drinker. He just basically took a shot and just he necked it even before they had to give the speech. He had to have a second shot then before the speech. Jetsman gives a speech and you neck your drink. Oh, it's brilliant.
Well, me and James were talking the other day about fuck it, go and watch a proper basketball game out in America. I think that's a shout. Like fuck, my foot's hurting. I'm 33. I'm fat. I'm bald. My heart's shit, and now I got gout. What the fuck? Give me a break, man. Fucking hell. Give me a break.
Gout is, they used to say it's for high living, weren't they? Like,
what's that?
They fucking lying.
Posh people used to have it.
They're lying. Fucking hell. I don't know how I got it. Probably being fat and lazy. That's my feet go and do something. Oi, come on. I bought a bike as well. I bought a bike the other day. A new bike. Yeah. Now, when I was a kid, I had a BMX, I had a couple of bikes. I'd fly on, that would be my mode of transport. I wouldn't walk anywhere. And I jumped on a bike the other day. I was fucked before I got to Penang Club. It was embarrassing. I was fucking embarrassed. I'd done 2 miles and I could barely walk the next day. And I had to stop once. Fucking embarrassing. How I used to drive, I used to wheelie everywhere and also bunny hops and all sorts. I could barely pedal up the road.
A couple of years back, I went on a bike ride with John. I haven't been on a bike ride, right, in like 7 years. I couldn't even remember how to ride a bike. I remember I had a push bike because I was going to do an Ironman, but I just never got around to it. So John was like, do you want to come on a bike ride? Because we were training together. I said, yeah, go on then. I said, I got a bike, though. I've sold it. He said, I'll get you a bike, don't worry. So he goes up to his house and he gives me those shoes. You know, the ones you got to clip into the fucking... Yeah, that's it. Well, he was trying to show me how to use them in the garden because I couldn't get my feet in them, and he fell over and split all his ankle open. So that was a great start. So I went on a bike ride. It took me 27 miles the first day. All the way down, you know, there's a Caswell where you go down the hill and then up the other hill.
Yeah, no doubt.
Up there. And I couldn't stop, obviously, because he was with me. He's fucking flying up the hill. So I was like, just keep going. Got home. He was like, oh, we'll go again tomorrow. I couldn't get up in the morning. I was just laying on my bed.
It's so hard, like and I'm driving around in work, and I see really old people flying up hills and just pedaling like it's nothing. I'm thinking, how the fuck are you doing that? I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up to the top of Penland. That's the problem with living where I live. It's at the very top, so leaving the house is great because everything's downhill. Then you've got to come home, and there's no way to get to my house without going up a massive hill.
Yeah, it's all about gears, isn't it? You got to fucking be in the right gear and shit.
Yeah, but then I was in the lowest of low gears, as in like where I'm pedaling like fuck and I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you doing that? That's not how to do it.
Because I was struggling like fuck, and it was a slight gradient on the fucking road.
You got a bad heart as well, man. See?
I know. I gotta get but I'm not doing it no good. I'm just sitting in the house, getting fucking stoned and eating the house empty.
Yeah, being in first gear going up hills not going to help either.
Yeah, but obviously you know how hard it is in 5th gear or whatever. I can barely push the fucking pedal down.
It's not. It's like you pedal like once and it goes, ugh. Whereas you're pedaling a million times and you just fucking still going the same way.
I haven't been on it since anyway. Anyone want to buy a bike? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm after a new bike that goes. I'm not going with John though. I'll do a couple of laps on the block first, get used to it again.
That's right. That's what I tried, and I haven't been on it since. But right, we haven't done it for a while. Since we haven't done it, there's been... Well, he's fucking gone again, look.
No, I'm turning the brightness up, that's all.
All right. Since we done our last podcast, there's been 3 UFCs. I think that's about it, really, isn't it? And a Michael Jordan documentary. I think that's about all.
I think they had a boxing match in Nigeria as well.
Yeah, they had matched on before and after.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the point in that?
I think the boxers are desperate for the money, I think it was. They're so poor.
No, I mean, like, putting the mask on before and then after the boxing match.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Same as they do like social distancing in like the subway station, and then everyone just gets on the subway anyway. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
I've not binned it off, but when I first go to work, I was wearing masks and gloves and that. I thought, fuck, if I'm going to catch, I'm going to catch. I'm not necking anyone when I'm out. So, you know what I mean? I'm still staying out the way, but if you're going to catch, if I catch it, it'll probably kill me, but it is what it is, isn't it?
it's a thing now. Like they're changing it all the time. They're saying it can't live long on surfaces now. It's very unlikely that you're going to catch it outside unless you're like, with someone all the time. They can't survive that long in the air, so it just changes all the time. So you don't know what the fuck to believe. Like,
what I was thinking, this is completely like switch the subject now. Fuck COVID. I was thinking, is your missus with you now?
well, yeah, I had to admit that. I think we won't be together once it's over. Like,
No, I mean, is she within earshot?
no, she's upstairs.
All right. Because I was thinking, my first memory of Lilley, what is it? I told you it before, but I never said it on the podcast. Your missus don't listen to
No,
it.
we don't. Yeah, but family members do.
It's not a bad one. You know what I mean? He was single at the time. So I can't tell you the story. I can't tell people the story, right? It's not a bad story.
Put it in the WhatsApp group like that. For
You know
Ciaran.
the story.
I know the story. Ciaran doesn't.
I know that, yeah, but I mentioned it now. People are going to be like, well, what's the fucking story? Bad story.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
ask.
tell you what then, could I just say this then? If people listen to the podcast, people can speculate on Twitter what the story is.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
and you're gonna
there's been 3
It's gonna be-
I'm talking about my personal life.
look at this. It's not a personal life. That's my first memory of not my first memory of James Lilley, but my first slight interaction with him.
Let's just do it. You could do it, but let's.
There'd be no names.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I don't care so much about the name, but be vague.
It's hard to tell a story. Right, I was in town, and I was friends with this girl.
What do you mean you're friends with?
I was friends with her, yeah.
Oh,
Quite good
friends.
friends. Well, no, kind of friends. But we were mates anyway. Well, I seen her in town, and I thought she was with a mate, and I was in bank statement. So I thought, well, nothing really. If I had a drink, maybe. Who knows? Innit? So I said, "Oh, what do you want?" She told me what she wanted. Her mate said, "Oh, I gotta buy a mate a drink as well, mate." So I goes to the bar. Cuban at the bar, buys a couple of pints, turns round, her mate's sitting in her own. I'm like, where's, call her Miss W gone, right? Where's she gone? So I puts the 3 pints down. I don't buy anyone a drink. Anyone. So I put the pints down. It looks like that. Her mate's sitting on her own. I don't even know her. I have no idea who the fuck she is. Don't even know her name. Puts the pints down, looks at the door. Lilley's escorting this lady out the door. And that was the end. Yeah, gone. Bye. They might have just gone to another bar. In hello, I don't know.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, can't remember that myself, but there we are.
And I was yeah, fuck on. And that was my first. I thought, what a prick he is. I was more pissed. I just spent fucking £3 on a pint that was going to waste. Like, same thing. That was what I was annoyed about. Well, what's your first interaction with me, Lil? How do you remember?
I can't remember, mate. I can remember last week in work, like my last week in work. Like I've got. When did I remember seeing you?
So I knew he was beforehand, but we didn't mix in the same circles.
I should have thought. Well, you should have asked me before and to remember it. Like,
yeah, like springing shit on you.
yeah, because you know what's going to happen now. I'll have a drink next Friday, and I'll be sitting there, and I'll be like, oh, and it'll pop in my head, and I'll have to text you about it. But you've put me on a spot now.
Oh fuck. Yeah, well, have a think about it then. Or put it on Twitter. Because whoever the 4 people who listen to this might want to know. Well, I know roughly my first interaction with Ciaran. The first thing I think of when I make it, obviously the boxing shows. But I'd met you before this. And it's the Frankie Borg, Chris Wang second fight. That springs to mind when I think of you.
Yeah.
That's when we were having a chat. But I'd met you plenty of times before, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing it must have been before. Do you used to go to the Paul Boyce shows in Swansea?
Not that early. No, I wasn't in the scene that early. I hadn't met John then. Because, in all fairness, John Scriven.
I remember. I remember saying to you, I think you were writing. I can't remember who it was even for. I said to you to send the pictures to the Evening Post, or you saw it at the Evening Post.
Yeah, you did. And then I started. I'd done a couple on Lilley. I'd done a couple on Chris Wang. I think I had a good tidy write-up when Chris won his Welsh title in the Evening Post. And Lilley, when he was challenging Eddie Jones, got him in there then. Yeah, but you gave me a good couple of ideas. And it was John who introduced us. Because it's weird how I got into it, really, because I was drunk. I was at a charity night with my mate. And I was just scrolling through Twitter, and obviously Chris Jenkins is a good mate to John, isn't he? And Chris Jenkins had retweeted, does anyone fancy writing some boxing articles? Or do you like boxing or fancy yourself as a writer? Do you want to give it a go? And I was drunk. So I just replied to the tweet, fucking I'll have a go, yeah, fuck I. Zero experience, just thought I used to like English in school. That was it. That was my, backstory. I was good at English in school. Look, I replied to the tweet when I was drunk. And then John got hold of me the next day and I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. And I wrote a little test piece. I think it was on Chris Jenkins as it happened. I wrote a little test piece and we went from there, really. And then I was in Evening Post within, I don't know, 6 months. It's not too bad.
They don't do shit anymore, do they?
Evening
Well, I
Post.
got half of the gig tonight.
Yeah.
But he's half retarded, so.
Yeah, he can spell check stuff.
Oh, fuck. He's, I don't think he listens to this. He's a lovely guy. And he's one. I don't know if you've ever met him, one of the boys we used to train down the warehouse. He had a good few amateur fights as it happens in the end. And used to be, I can laugh at it. I used to call him the human punch bag. But he used to be fucking 26, 27 stone. Massive, huge, fat fucker he was.
Who's this now?
And one of the boys used to train Adam.
The Cardio King.
Yes, of course you know. Cardio King.
I remember that. That was probably one of my funniest episodes of. You should try and get him back on to do an updated one. His wrestling career's gone from.
He's gone shit because he's a big fat fucker again now.
Oh.
He wanted us to have one of his wrestling coaches on to defend the sport, and we were like, he can't come on it.
As it happens, when the Cardio King episode, when the day he was coming on, he said, "Can my coach come on?" Just texted back, "No." Not happening. Because let's be honest, right? He was only coming on. I like Adam. He's a lovely guy. And what he done, it's not easy to get into have a fight. And he went from being a fat fucker who done nothing to losing loads and loads of weight and having about 20 amateur fights. You know what I mean? And most of them, because he's pretty brain dead as it goes, they were just wars. He'd take one to give one off. And he was always in entertaining fights. He never listened. But he was all right. But he's always wanted to be a wrestler. Like, as stupid as that. And not proper, not Curtis Dodge wrestling. I'm talking fucking Triple H wrestling shit. Sorry if you ping in and stuff is my WhatsApp and that. But he always wanted to be a wrestler and he wanted to bring his coach on. You're going to coach for wrestling, truly. It's not fucking, you're not going to Commonwealth Games. You're doing a moonsault off the top rope. My daughter's into it now as well.
WWE?
Yeah, I got BT
Yeah.
Sports now, isn't it? She was flicking
It's
through the other
fucking,
day.
it's a sad state of affairs now.
There's no audience there.
What? It's behind closed doors.
There's no audience there. They talking as if there's an audience there, and there's fucking nobody there. It's fucking stupid as fuck. It's really stupid as fuck. You can hear them talking to each other, telling each other what moves they're gonna do next. It's ridiculous. Like Ruby likes it. She's just like, well, I like her. She's got sequins on her clothes, and that's about like how she's picking her favorite wrestlers at the moment.
Remember when you said, yeah, I've been speaking to the best wrestler in the world. We're like, who's that? Triple H, The Undertaker. He's like, oh, Will Ospreay. The fuck's Will Ospreay like?
You know what he was telling me before? What he's doing, I think he told us on the show, I can't remember. I think it was. That he's doing full contact wrestling. As in, they're hitting each other and hurting each other, but the result is predetermined. So you're going in, knowing you're going to lose, and you're going to take an item for it. I was like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
And then a death match when no one dies. That makes sense, like.
We should have been his storyline writers. We were coming up with some curlers on the spot. Better than his tattled cardio thing, Lux.
Yeah, we wanted to do the acid because of his mask and stuff, mate. You got attacked with acid and shit.
It would have been fucking. I should have been his manager. That's another thing I would have thrown my fucking hat in. I've tried everything else. You know what I mean? I reckon I could have been his in-ring manager. Who's the guy?
Jimmy
Who's
Hart,
the most in the south?
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, with a
Jimmy
big
Hart?
megaphone.
Yeah.
Fuck's Jimmy Hart?
I don't some strange version of that.
Like a little small guy, wasn't he? He's wearing white suits.
Mustache.
Yeah.
Bright multicolored
Oh, I
suits.
know,
Depending
yeah.
who he's with. When he was a Macho Man, he was dressed like Macho Man. When he was with Hulk Hogan, he'd have all red and yellow on and stuff. That's when wrestling was good. Back in the day. When you're a kid and you don't know it's not real, that's when it's fucking good. When you're 33 and you're trying to leg drop off a top rope, it's not quite as cool, is it?
Yeah, but watching the old episodes at 33 is so cool.
Yeah, because it takes you back. I always remember. My cousin gave me a video. We didn't actually when I was a kid. You know, can't be doing that. Ultimate Warrior. No, Hulk Hogan was getting his ass handed to him by two people. I think Papa Shango and someone were kicking fuck out of him. And then Ultimate Warrior's music, and he fucking woof, down he goes, and they were flinging him. Oh, fucking, that's off a set E stuff, that was. Brilliant.
I remember, I think I was watching it when I was in, like, must have been first, second year comp, and Kane and X-Pac were tag team.
Yeah.
And Kane was seeing that bird, Terry, wasn't he? Even though he had a bird face, and he was still seeing her. And then X-Pac done the X thing to him in the corner, and we're seeing Terry behind his back, and we go nuts.
It was quality back in the day, but it's garbage, man.
So Adam don't wrestle at all now, does he?
I know he had something, his gallstones, so he had to have a little operation, but he had to have something out. But I don't think he's gone back. He's moved up. He's living in fucking Port Paul or something. Now with his bird. Obviously, he's got a bird, hasn't he? So he's cooking cakes and fucking eating loads of shit and he's piling it back on. I hope he doesn't go. He's put on a bit of weight. He's not a big, massive fat fucker like he used to be, but he's going in the wrong direction. Not that I can speak much. I got wonderful breasts at the moment. So, but easy going, and I hope he pulls it back. Even if he does do wrestling, then at least they get him fit, I suppose. People will point and laugh at him, but it'll get him fit, won't it? But what are we on about? Well, what's been going on?
Oh, but the UFC originally.
Yeah. Have you watched any of them, Lil?
I watched the first weekend, the Ferguson Gaethje card. I pretty much watched the full card, only because like you had like
There's nothing else on.
Yeah, nothing else on. Cowboy was on the prelims. There was a couple of good fights in the prelims. The only fight that didn't really fucking do anything to me was what's her name? Michelle Waterson.
That fight was garbage.
You know what it reminds me of? You know in UFC 3 when you do like you got to learn something and you're like, oh, you got to survive a knockdown for 120 seconds, and you're just moving in circles on the cage. It was like doing that. I was like, oh my god, this is the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. They just circled each other for 3 rounds.
I fucked that fight off.
Yeah, I was just like, I put it on the next day. I did so. Like, I let the kids like run around. I was making them breakfast and it was on, and I was like, I'm not watching this. It's fucking not worth my time. Like,
the main event, Dino backed me up, and I've been saying for a while, for even before this fight was matched with Gaethje and stuff, I've been saying it for quite a while, that I think Justin Gaethje is the guy that can beat Khabib. Before all this was a couple of fights back, I think he's the guy that can beat Khabib. People are going, nah, no. And then obviously he goes and absolutely pastes Tony around the cage. And now people are starting to get on the same sort of track. I just think he's got the better hands. Everybody knows he's got better hands than Khabib. And Khabib's a wrestler, but so is Justin Gaethje. I know.
Yeah, he was on the All-American team, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, he's top level wrestler. Apparently, like I'm saying, it's like I've watched him wrestle. I haven't. Obviously, I'm just going on what's been said. But this is a guy who's, I don't think he's ever been taken down in the UFC. And if he does get taken down, he's got the skills to get up. And Khabib, if you watch his fights, he holds the record for the most takedowns in fights. I think it's like 23 against Abel Trujillo. But to take a guy down 23 times, it means he's got to get up 23 times. Or thereabout. You know what I mean? Khabib lets you back up. I know he drags you back down. I think he does it to give you a false sense of hope and use your energy to get up against the cage and stuff. But he does let people up. Alaya Quinta done well against him, stuffing some of his takedowns. Now, you put Gaethje's power, his leg kicks. His leg kicks are something else. He throws him in a ridiculous distance. He's so close in punching distance that he's landing leg. You watch it when he's hitting Tony. He's doing leg kicks from punching distance, and they're hard. The ones that don't make any sound are the ones that hurt. You know, Lalo. The ones that slap, they don't hurt as much as the ones that don't make any sound. Yeah. The ones that thud straight through the muscle. And every one of Gaethje's is like that. I think he's got all the tools to be the one that beats Khabib. I genuinely think that.
But will they put the big UFC fights on like that without an audience or the gate?
Well, that one was massive, wasn't it? It was like number 2 versus number 3 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's because there's zero other sport on. So
yeah,
I think everybody just went, yes, there's a bit of sport. There's some sport, so let's have it. But I think Khabib is looking at September. I think I listened to a podcast.
They said they might be splitting the rankings as well, isn't it?
Are they?
There's a rumor going on. I don't know how true it is. It's like all on. But if this Fight Island happens, the Fight Island's going to be all like European and international fighters who can't get into the US. So they're going to have like an Intercontinental Championship in the meantime. So they said they might have to split the rankings to have like European fighters ranked until they're able to do flights and shit again.
What? So they literally turn into the WWE? Are they going to have a hardcore champion?
Pretty much. I think, yeah, I was reading some of it. I don't know how much of it's true because no one knows what's going on at the moment. But I know a couple of people have been contacted saying when the fight might be on the Fight Islands. So, yeah.
It's
I suppose if they did that, I suppose they would set up a biggish fight down the line for the island champion could fight the real champion, I suppose.
Yeah, with the UFC as well, because it's such a big company, I don't think they rely on the gate so much because they could get as much money from the pay-per-view, I suppose.
But aren't they doing a deal with the ESPN now?
Yeah, they're on ESPN.
So they don't have pay-per-view anymore, do they, for the UFC?
I don't know how it works over there.
Yeah, I know ESPN have given them a massive lump sum and they've got to guarantee them, I don't know, I'll just pick a number, say 40 fight cards a year. They have to deliver that. That's why I think they're trying to push through.
Right.
They had 3 in a week. You know what I mean? They missed 6 weeks. They had 3 in a week. They got another one on the 30th. That's Gilbert Burns versus Tyron Woodley. So they're trying to play catch up, and obviously if Fight Island happens, I think they'll have one every week, and that then will make up the deficit that they owe ESPN for the money they've already received.
Yeah.
In terms of pay-per-views, I would assume they still get some sort of percentage, because you have to subscribe to the ESPN app and still have to buy the pay-per-view in America, which is, I don't know, $70 or $90. You're still gonna pay, I don't know what I pay, fucking 30 quid a month or something for BT Sports. And then if it's a proper big card, BT Sports are now charging you as well. So I suppose they're pulling it from everyone. So, and I think it used to be, if you're the two main fighters like Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz, they get pay-per-view points. So they get a percentage of, if they sell over 300,000. So after that, then the fighters get a percentage of the pay-per-views. So I think there might still be some sort of deal like that as well going with that. I'm talking like I know what I'm on about. I could be completely fucking wrong.
But what's your thoughts on Eddie Hearn's idea to have boxing shows in his garden, or the Matchroom headquarters garden?
For him again, and I think like if he's got like, you know, he's gonna have to put it with it his own fighters, I think, really, or I don't know how it's gonna work like in the UK, because I think it's although it's not strict over here, it's stricter than say the US, isn't it? Like how the UFC fighters all training and stuff, you know, it's bizarre for me. Like,
I think it varies in America, state to state, doesn't it? They just sort of state laws. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work over here, because you need sparring the new. So unless they ease the lockdown, I can't see how they can have fighters going on it. Because like if you look at the Premier League, like I always say, in this country, most of the stuff, like the sport, follows what the Premier League is doing because there's so much money involved. And if you look at the Premier League, they're only now going back to training, and all the safety measures they put in place just to get them back in training. Is Eddie Hearn going to splash out for that type of, you know, thing to happen? I don't know.
I suppose the other side of it is mine that I guess if boxers are so desperate for the money, though they haven't, I guess a lot of these fighters will be maybe like, say, second job really, isn't it? It's not their main. Yeah. But that they might be willing to take the fights. No, basically without sparring, if the money's there.
My thought on it is, you look at the UFC card, the first one they put on, that's 249. Every fight on that, I know Waterson and the Sparza were shit, but every other fight was an absolute banger. Yeah. I mean, you had Ngannou versus Rosenstruck. You knew that wasn't going to distance. You had Pettis versus Cerrone as the head prelim, and then you Tony Gaethje as the main event. Now Eddie Hearn, if he's gonna, they stacked the card as best as they could at that time. Those are the best fights they could put on. Eddie Hearn, if he's gonna put on his garden, he's got to put on top fights.
I think he can only have 5 fights anyway, can't he? There's a limit of 5 fights per night.
Right, but they've got to be 5. Yeah. Let's be honest. They can't be fucking.
He's on about old title fights.
Luke Campbell versus some fucking journeyman from Spain or something. They got to be.
Well, it's got to be a British fighter, I would thought, because we probably wouldn't struggle to get overseas fighters into a fight, I guess.
Other fights there. No, I mean, UFC have a plethora of people they can call on to make super fights. If he's just pulling from Britain, are those super fights boxing so much different where nobody wants to lose their own, or one defeat can set you back fucking years. Do you know what I mean? Are those fighters that desperate where they'll go, yeah, I'll take that really, really hard fight after being in lockdown for 9 weeks and training being compromised? I don't know whether it'll work as well as the UFC have done it. Everyone's, I suppose Eddie Hearn's seen the UFC doing it. Yes, we can fucking do it. I got a big old guy, I got a fucking mansion with a little island out the back. We can chuck a boxing ring up in there. So
yeah, he's had a boxing ring there before, hasn't he? When I was there for the Froch Andre Ward press conference, he had a boxing ring in his garden.
I don't know whether he can put on the fights that will. Don't get me wrong. If he puts on any old fight, people will watch. Some people will watch it because there's not a lot else on. But if he's gonna charge you for it, or if he's gonna be on the zone, for instance, or something, you've got to put something people really want to watch. Trying to grab your imagination.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you can do it in boxing.
I think with no crowd as well, a bad fight could look really bad in boxing.
Yeah. I've been to a couple of bad fights with crowds, and they're fucking bad.
Yeah.
Never mind with a load of daffodils and
Tell you what's weird as well about like having the fights behind closed door is how much you can hear the cornerman.
Yeah.
And it's cringy. Like I was watching, what fight was I watching? It might be the second or the third card that was on. I can't remember what fight it was anyway, but literally the fight had been on like 30 seconds and they're like, yeah, you got to keep him on the back foot. They hadn't thrown many punches, like, yeah, keep throwing that jab. Yeah, keep him in the centre of the cage. It's like on 30 seconds. You haven't let anything develop. You're just shouting instructions straight away. Like, I was like, fucking hell, this is berserk. Like,
me and my brother, he phoned me after most. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can hear that, but he phones me after most cards and we have a chat about it and stuff. And he phoned me after the 249 card, the Gaethje v Tony, and that was where a good bit of corner work. Don't get me wrong, he had a pace in it, wasn't as much, but a good bit of corner work could have helped Tony. Like, I know Eddie Bravo went on Joe Rogan. I don't know if any of you heard it. Do you hear it?
No.
He was on Joe Rogan. Well, Eddie Bravo got sent into the cage. I think it was the end of the third, and Tony was having a proper tune-in. And Eddie Bravo I think he came in twice. And when I was watching it, I was like, give him something. Fuck, because he was going, that's great, brilliant, Tone, brilliant. I thought, brilliant. He just got to fucking hide it. Right. All he said was, we need to go for an Emanari, which is a roll to it and leads into a takedown.
I remember you and that, yeah.
And I thought, fucking hell. And that was it. But he went on Joe Rogan and he said, look, I'm not an MMA coach. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. And he said he lost his glasses in the day. And from where he was, he couldn't see the damage Tony was taking properly. But when he got in the cage, they just said, get in there, and like surprised him. And he went in there and he was all mic'd up and everything. And then when he got close to Tony, he said he could see how badly he was hurt. And it sort of shocked him, and he didn't really give any advice that was any good. Like my brother said, fair play to him for admitting he shouldn't have been in there. But I thought, kind of thrown the other two cornermen under the bus there. You maybe got caught out a little bit of how shit your corner work was, and you've just gone, well, I didn't want to go in there. They threw me in there.
Yeah,
and lost some glasses.
That's the problem with MMA and some of the cornermen. You can't just have like your wrestling coach in there who just teaches you wrestling. You can't have your boxing coach in there who just teaches on a power boxing. You've got to have people in there who are like a little bit switched on with MMA, because it's like it's pointless them like going, let him go, punch him in the face, that type of thing. It's pointless, isn't it?
I've heard that. I've been
yes, I've had it shouting in my corner.
Hit him!
Let him go, let him get back up and punch him. I just got him in a guillotine like.
But you can. Some people, my brother said it. He said, some people are getting found out. Some of these cornermen are getting found out. I'm not like, I'm talking like I'm the greatest cornerman in the world. I'm fucking not. I'm just saying. Like, perfect example of my brother gave me was Uriah Faber. The end of the round come. I think it was the what's his name? Dong. Song Young Dong, whatever his name is.
His most recent one, was it?
What's that?
Was it his recent fight, was it?
Yeah, the other day. It was against Marlon Vera. Chito Vera, the guy who wanted to fight Brett. He's calling Brett out.
Yeah.
It was a controversial decision, but end of the round come. Uriah Faber lets out a big Ric Flair, like, woo! Yeah! Woo! And then gets in the cage. He's all fucking like shouting his head up, gets in the cage, looks at his back and goes, calm down, deep breaths. I'm thinking, calm down. You're doing a Ric Flair in the cage. What the fuck are you on about? You know what I mean? It's little things like that. You're thinking, what are you on about, mate? I'm not. There's me laying into your right favor. Hall of Fame, like.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck up. I'm listening to myself thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway.
Right, there's a question I put on the WhatsApp group, boys. That might be good for you two to both discuss. What boxers do you think would be good MMA fighters, and what MMA fighters do you think would be good boxers?
Go on, Lil.
I mean, James, you're the most obvious person to answer this, as you've done both. Yeah, are there...
Like, I think, like, people like, you look at, like, Nate Diaz, right? He trains alongside Andre Ward and Virgil Hill, and they speak quite highly of him. So I think he'd do all right in the boxing. What's his name? Bangers and Masvidal. He'd do quite good.
He's had a pro fight. You have had a pro fight.
Yeah, I thought he had.
One.
And like MMA wise, like a lot of the American fighters have got like wrestling backgrounds. Like the American boxers, sorry, have all got like wrestling backgrounds. So I know Andre Ward does a lot of wrestling because he done a lot of wrestling because they were talking about it when coming up to the Kovalev fight, how he was like moving him around the ring, pulling him like behind like his elbow and stuff to open up space. I can't remember. I think it was Virgil. Is it Virgil Hunter as trainers? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it was him who was saying it. I can't remember what the interview was. And they said that he does like a lot of wrestling, and that's how he was able to like manhandle Kovalev. And they said about the frock fight and stuff like that. Yeah, I reckon he'd be pretty good. But I think you all got to look into their background. You can't just go by how good they are with their hands. It's just got to be, you know, look what happened to like James Toney, fucking what's his face, took him down and choked him out within like a minute, like, you know. And yeah, you gotta just go by, you know, what they're like. You can probably predict what the MMA guy is going to be like, but in boxing rings, because a lot of them, like Eddie Alvarez, is pretty good with his hands. What else is it? So it's hard to say, like, you know, you're just guessing really, but I think you just got to look into how they train to make a prediction, really.
For me, I boxing purists aren't gonna like this, but I think it's a lot easier for an MMA fighter to transfer over to boxing than it is a boxer to transfer over to MMA, because obviously there's a lot more disciplines that you need to know in MMA. You can tell from an MMA fighter who would be after eating at boxing, like the bantamweight Peter Yan. Now his boxing is crisp. His hands are beautiful, and if he solely trained boxing, they'd improve even more. And his boxing is already very, very good. If he just plucked everything else off and just trained boxing, obviously you get better tenfold. Like you say, Nate and Nick Diaz. People say Francis Ngannou, but technically he's garbage. His chin's up in the air and he's just solely relying on power. But on the flip side of that, on the lower end of the heavyweight division, if he come in, don't get me wrong, he would be doing a Deontay Wilder, fighting cans and icing people out, because when he touches you, it's game over. That's that, done. Is the scariest sport in MMA at the moment. But to predict what boxers could make good MMA fighters is super hard, because there's so many disciplines and it takes so many years. Like, he's not a boxer, he's a rugby player. People are saying about what's his name, James Haskell, isn't it?
Haskell, yeah.
Now people are going, they only signed him because of his name, blah blah blah. Well, I was one of them guys. I thought you can't just dive in, especially. Sometimes you can if you're on a lower, say you're on a regional show, then maybe you get away with it because you get matched up against a bum or whatever, just get a win. But you sign the belt. And I was one of those guys that was like, you can't sign with a big promotion coming from rugby. But then Owen in the gym with me, his jiu-jitsu coach, goes, he's a purple belt, man. I was like, oh, really? He's either a purple or brown belt in jiu-jitsu, James Ashwell. So this isn't a flash in the pan for him. He's not just dived in and decided I'm going to give it a go. He's obviously trained to be a purple belt and training 6-7 years, depending on your teacher. You know what I mean? Just to get those belts. And so he's obviously versed on the floor. He's a natural athlete, absolute like beast of an athlete. Because you don't get to play for England and you talk a good game in sports unless you're a great athlete. So, in terms of him,
Has he actually had any MMA fights yet?
no, I think one was planned for this month before all this kicked on.
Bellator, no? Was he Bellator?
Yeah, Bellator he signed for. I think he was down to fight in May, but obviously that's been kicked back now. But
Did they announce an opponent for him?
not that I'm aware. They might have, but
Right.
they not. It's not going to be a big opponent. I wouldn't think.
His name, didn't he?
What's that?
On Twitter, he changed his name to James Haskell MMA.
Did he?
Yeah, I didn't even know how to fight like.
Did you pass comment on it, James?
Huh?
Did you pass comment on it on Twitter?
Oh, probably. Fuck, yeah. It's all been going off this week on Twitter. It's been nuts.
What's been happening? I've been quite quiet. I've been bummed in work in terms of fucking coming home late all the time. So I haven't been on it.
Well, there's quite a lot of trolls in it called boxing Twitter, and they literally will give it to anyone, both barrels, and I guess quite dark. So,
I started arguing with one of them before, didn't I?
Say again?
I started arguing with one of them, and he was like, no, he's my mate. I know him.
Oh, yeah, Paul, yeah, he's been binned off. He has no one seen him for months. But they go through accounts like twice a month, 3 times a month. They all get suspended. Well, anyway, a couple of them are taking quite a shine to me, so I'm on the good books. Well, anyway, what's his face split up with his bird this week, isn't he? Tyler Goodjohn.
Did he split up with him?
Yeah. So they were fucking abusing him non-stop for like. I've had to mute quite a lot of them because all they do is like abuse people, and it's like, oh, fuck, I can't be having this on my timeline. I'm going for trying to find a boxing news. I'm just seeing them fucking abusing him. So they split up. So they were abusing him for fucking ages. And
was Tyler responded to him?
Yeah, he did a couple of times, but then, like a while back, one of them was abusing his bird, and he got pissed off, and he said, "Right, send me where you are, and I'll come meet you." And this guy turned around and went, "Funny enough, mate, I'm in wherever Tyler's from, Bermondsey or fucking somewhere in Essex." He said, "I'm in the B&Q in Essex." He said, "Come meet me." And fucking Tyler Goodjohn deleted the tweet then and said, "Oh, I'm not spending more time, so you got no leg to stand on then, you know." So it's like, yeah. So he was giving it back, both barrels, but then for this week now, he's got back with his bird, didn't he?
He got back with it now, have he?
He's back. Yeah, but he's retired, didn't he, from BKB?
Has he?
Yeah, he retired today. Yeah.
Have you just broke some news, or do people know?
No, it's all over social media.
I haven't really looked at it, so I haven't really been on Twitter or anything.
Well, funny enough, he was saying, I don't think he wanted to fight Sweeney. I think he took the fight to get a big name. I don't think he ever wanted to fight because I think it was a loss for him. And like, there's some telltale signs, and like, oh, let me turn the light on. It's fucking dark as fucking yeah. Some telltale signs like
you can just see your hair, love.
Like, I remember he gave an interview and he said, "If I lose to Sweeney, it doesn't matter because I'm only 3 fights into bare knuckle, so I still got a lot to learn." So that for me, that's like a loser's mentality straight away. And why take a fight if you're already thinking of an excuse if you lose? So, like, and then this lockdown happened, 2 weeks before the fight was meant to happen or whatever it was. And he was all on like American, talking to the American BKFC guys, and he was saying, I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to have one fight with Jason Knight, and then I'm calling it a day. And then obviously his bird's an ex-porn star, so they've started their own thing on whatever the fuck it's called. And I think he's realised that he can get a big name without doing the boxing. And obviously smashing your bird on camera doesn't take as much time as getting into a 12-week fight camp for whatever money it's on. So
Doesn't take as much talent either, does it?
no, anyone can get their cock sucked in the field, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Fuck, it's talent to get my missus to fucking suck me off at the minute, to be honest. But yeah, but you know, like, don't get me wrong, if he's making money, he's making money. I don't care like how he makes money. It don't make a difference to me. But when he's talking about fighting, then it makes a difference to me because that's what I'm involved in. So anyway, so there's been this back and forth going on. He slagged off the BKB promoters on an American talk show.
Tyler did.
Yeah. He was
I'm surprised that, because he was sort of seen as one of their flagship fighters, if you like.
Yeah, he done an interview with someone, and I can't remember who was on it. It was him. It might have been Jason Knight and this American talk show host, and they were slagging off BKB, and he didn't say anything. Like, they, you know, and they're paying him good money, like, whatever. So it all kicked off, and then, like, someone done an interview. I think it was Sweeney saying, "No, the fight's still on." So I don't know what he's on about. But like, that was like a telltale sign. I was like, "Fuck, he's trying to get out of this." And like, obviously, I've spoken to a couple of the BKB fighters, thinking, he's not going to do it. And he put up a post apparently today saying, "I'm going to concentrate on my new career. I don't want to stress anymore." And apparently, I don't think the promoters knew, so they're pissed off. So that's all blown up. Yeah, so looks like he's out.
For me, that's a perfect example of putting your chips behind the wrong guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's come in. All right, granted, Tyler Goodjohn had a relatively, I wouldn't say a big name in boxing, but people who follow boxing, like Ciaran will know him. I knew who he was. Some of the fights he's had, British level guy, really.
I think English champion, I think.
English title, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he challenged for the British, maybe, or he was in the talk, so he was there about British level. Yeah. But he was no world beater, let's be honest. He had the look. He had the look for a BKB fighter, the long hair, all the tats, and he had the talk. But they just went there, all the chips behind you. We're assuming you're going to be able to be the fucking man. No, he had a couple of fights. He didn't blow anybody's socks off, let's be honest. And he's bailed before the hard fights come on. So
I think his first fight was with Lafferty. Yeah, I mean that was a good scrap, to be fair. And I think he had a lot of kudos from that fight, I think.
Yeah, he had that, and then he like boxed the socks off that Navarro, and I think that was the one that got him like 1 million views on YouTube. You know, he was talking the big one. He talked himself into a world title fight, because I think he was having offers from like American stuff. But like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the person they should put their fucking chips behind. You know, I'm never going to be the most entertaining in the fighters, and I'm not going to do what they tell me to do, you know. But, you know, you look at someone like, if I was going to put money behind a fighter, I know he's my mate, but like, you look at Daniel Lewis, right? He's an exciting fighter. He knocks people out. I think his video on their Facebook page had like 18 million views. You had all like UFC fighters retweeting it and commenting on it, whether it's run by them or their manager promoter, puts eyes on the fucking video, whatever happens. And he's raising money for fucking autism awareness. Like, that's a cause you'd think, fucking hell, just get charities behind it. You know, that's something you want to look at, you know. But, you know, that will take the, you know, the shine off, not the shine so much. It will say that they're not all like, you know, thugs and idiots. You know, this is a guy trying to raise awareness, you know, and it's a great story. Like, you know, that's a feel good story. But they chucked money behind him. I can remember, like, he had his first fight in there, and I knew Tyler from. I actually met him in the Frankie Borg Chris Ware show. Was it that show? Was that the same night as Camacho, or was that?
Yes, the rematch was the same night as Camacho and Kennedy.
Yeah, well, he come in the change room, and my trainer at the time, John Kagan, was speaking to him, and he was a nice guy. He said about the Hibbert fight that happened the week before, and he said, you know, I made him look good. I was weight drained. I'll come back. You know, he was tidy, and he was tidy when he first went to BKB. And all of a sudden, like a week later, he's putting videos on of him in a fucking fur coat calling out Conor McGregor. I was like, what the fuck's this guy up to? Like, it's like, he must have seen, look, there's a gap in the market. They need a superstar. you know, Jimmy's the man to beat, but obviously Jimmy's not like media hungry. You know, he'll just go about his business. You know, however it is. But they seen this guy who, you know, is like could be their superstar, and he was trying to blow up, you know, the sport and fucking basically begging for views on Twitter and stuff. And I just think he was
like he sort of tried to go down the like you mentioned, the Conor McGregor sort of bad boy route.
Yeah,
if you like.
I think he was trying to find like his the right personality, the right fit. Like I think he tried being like Conor McGregor, and then he kind of changed tactics a little bit. Like I you know, I got no problem with Tyler. Like I was trying to get a fight with him, and I thought he disrespected me by talking about how he wants to get the rematch with Hibbert, and Hibbert was going to thing, and then I'd had a drink, so I went on Twitter and mouthed to him. So that was my problem with him. But like he posted up like, you know, I want people to back me. I'm a working class hero. You're not a working class hero. We know you got a bit of money behind you. Don't go fucking on saying you're working class. I think he's just trying to find like a market, and you know, you'll say whatever to get like the attention, and that's just the way he is. Like, you know, don't knock him, it works for him, but I think he's hoping that BKB are going to be left in this massive hole because he's gone, and then come begging him to come back. But I can't see it happening.
You might have opened a can of worms up there, because obviously the Welsh are now getting behind the Welsh, saying that Daniel should be pushed more, and they don't like that. I remember him having a go at me saying, "Oh, the Welsh always want the Welsh to have this fight." Well, of course we fucking do. We're Welsh. You know what I mean? But again, like you said, Tyler's come in. They put all the chips behind him, pretty much. Don't get me wrong, Lafferty's not an easy fight for anyone, right? But it was obviously Tyler had the better boxing. Like, Lafferty's just like, he's not just, but he's one of the toughest blokes I've ever seen. You can hit him with a 2x4 and he'll still get up and come back with it. Do you know what I mean? He was like a zombie in that fight. Just get him back up. His legs were barely underneath him, but he still wanted to carry on. Now, it's a good match for Tyler because he can outbox him. Navarro, I can't give you his record off the top of my head, but I know Eric Olsen don't like him, and he's been laying into him for months.
I think Navarro's just
his record's great, is it?
No, I think Navarro's he's an MMA and kickboxing background, isn't he? I think mainly kickboxing. Yeah. But I don't think he's necessarily a very good boxer.
No,
he just talks his way into fights.
Exactly, and that to me was an easier fight than Lafferty.
Yeah, definitely
for Tyler, but he was well matched. You know what I mean? Lilley's calling for a fight with him. A good boxer will give it. Who proved in the Hibbert fight that he can mix it with them, because it is a different sport. It's not solely boxing. They didn't want that, or he didn't want that, or whatever. Lilley wanted it, but BKB or Tyler didn't want it. It was too much of a risk. And any, like, I like you say, I think he wanted to get out of the Sweeney fight because, not found out, but it's a different sport. It isn't boxing. If it was boxing, it's different. It is different, but this is BKB, and he was matched wisely, got his name out there, and before it could go tits up, I think he's bailed to. I don't blame him. You know what I mean? If I can earn money, if I get my dick sucked by my bird, then you know what I mean? Yeah, I can't blame the guy. Fucking hell, but
all he's got to do is
do think
cubes.
shave my head, so it was fucking doing it. But I do think he got out before the sort of his star dwindled, I think.
I noticed as well that Stephen Evans, I think, signed with BKB. You know, Stephen Evans from I think he's Mardy Amateur Boxing Club.
Yeah, they've signed quite a few during the lockdown. I think they signed 2 Mexicans, a guy from either Croatia or the Czech Republic. Re-signed that Edgar Puerta, who who I always thought was a good fight with Sweeney. They announced that guy today, the ex-UFC guy, Fabio something.
Yeah, Fabio Maldonado.
Yeah, announced him. They've been working, working behind the scenes. So they have got some good fighters now, but I don't know what's going to happen with the cards because they've been postponed 3 times now. The next one's going to be, it was meant to be July. There's a card meant to be happening in July, but you need 4 weeks, don't you, really? Well, not 4 weeks, 8 weeks to get in shape, really, for proper fight camp. So, I don't know when it'll be September.
I don't think by July that we're going to be having audiences in sporting events yet.
No, exactly.
I think BKB, they rely on obviously so many small promotions, so they rely on the gate as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's strange, you'd be lucky to get them this side of Christmas maybe, because they're on about next season's Premier League being behind closed doors to start. So,
well, I was working in Pontyclean 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I put on Twitter, I seen him and I was having a chat, and I was working on a fridge, turned around, Guy Lotter was in there shopping.
Yeah, I saw that there. I saw you mentioned it.
First of all, I haven't seen him for a while, and like when I used to go to the gym and stuff, I just assumed I was just like some guy going in, taking a couple of pictures and fucking off, and Gary didn't really, you know what I mean? He's not going to remember me. But then I seen him at a show. I think it was the the Dali versus Corcoran show. And I was walking down the aisle, and he walked towards me, and I was like, right, mate? And I was like, fucking hell, Guy Lotter knows my name. So when I seen him then the other day, I went, all right, Gar? And he looked at me, and he went, all right, mate? And he turned around, and I thought, he don't know who the fuck I am. Yeah, I'm going to fucking clue. And I just thought, oh, well, never mind. And then he must have been thinking, I know him from fucking somewhere. And as he got to the top there, he turned around and went, how are you, mate? Oh, right, he started talking to me then. So I think it registered a bit. But we were talking about fights happening. When do you think you're going to be back? And he doesn't think any of his boys are going to be fighting this side of Christmas.
I can't see it really, unless some big sponsor comes in and is willing to basically, pay for the cards.
There's only, think about it, there are only maybe 2 or 3 promoters in the whole world who can afford to bankroll a show with no fans. Obviously, the UFC are one. Eddie Hearn. Frank Warren can't. I don't think Frank Warren could do it.
Frank Warren can't, no. He wouldn't have the
Frank can't. There are no other promoters who can do it.
Well, MTK as well, probably.
I don't think they could either. Do you?
I think they could, yeah. MTK.
There you go, no.
Do you know the other thing? Like, I don't know the ins and outs of like the TV deals. But let's say Sky Sports paid Eddie Hearn £10 million and said, right, here's £10 million and you got to put on 50 cards a year. They've spent that £10 million as soon as they got it, and it's gone. So they obviously haven't fulfilled the cards now. So you're gonna have to try and get those cards on without that money. You know what I mean? That money's already gone. They've probably spent on someone else. So it's like they'd be then reliant on pay-per-view sales. But if they've got to deal with Sky Sports and Sky, like, this is not pay-per-view worthy, they're not going to get money back, are they? And, you're asking fighters in to take a fucking loss. And some of the fighters who were millionaires are going to be like, I'm not fighting for fucking $100,000 when I got off for $3 million.
I think I was reading in Boxing News last week. I can't remember the name of the promoter. It was like a small hall promoter was saying that would boxers be willing to fight for nothing, basically, just for the to get a win on your record?
I don't know.
You can't expect a guy to take fucking brain damage for free.
No.
They're sitting the amateurs. They say you're going to give them a plastic trophy at the end of it as well, right? And a fucking pack lunch behind the bar.
I think at a certain level, I think you'd be looking at only the top guys. And I don't mean like Anthony Joshua, but I'm talking about, for example, who can I think of? Like, say someone like Andy Fowler. Say again, sorry?
Dillian White, that sort of level?
No, I'd say a bit below, because he was earning a couple of million. Someone like Anthony Fowler, who's got a load of good sponsorship deals. He doesn't necessarily need a big payday because, he's probably got 30, 40 grand a year of sponsorship. So it might be something just to get him out there just to dust off a journeyman, keep the ring rust off. But like, I don't know, it's not going to attract people to watch it either. Then I don't know what the cut off would be of the levels. Like it's hard to think about it really.
The journeyman ain't gonna do it for fat ball, though.
No, fuck no.
You know what I mean? The journeyman's not gonna do it. It's they're all, like Eddie Hearn could do it, but obviously there's a possibility you could look at it of sign a contract. Say it's anti-Fowler, like you said. It says, okay, I'll fight, but when this is over, and it picks back up, you got to pay me X amount of money, sort of an IOU, possibly.
Yeah,
you could do that as long as it's contractual. But I just can't see it. Only Eddie Hearn, in my eyes, in this country can do it. I think MTK. Look at MTK. They are shows really like Cardiff Vale Arena. They're not the big shows, and they all still rely on ticket sales. Still rely on ticket sales. Whereas Eddie Hearn he's got the bank balance. He can do it. He can put on a show.
I suppose Eddie's got the contract with Sky as well, hasn't he? For other sports as well, like Matchroom Darts. Well, Matchroom Darts is the second highest viewed sport in Britain behind football.
Is it? Yeah.
Darts, yeah.
Oh, they know, huh? They've been playing the tournament now, and they're the home tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad like.
I don't know whether it's feasible. Whether Eddie will do it, I don't know. But when's it going to all change? Is this going to change the landscape forever? You know what I mean?
This could be the end of a lot of boxers' careers, though. If you only got a couple of years left, this is probably going to be the end. Like a lot of boxers will end their careers a little bit early, now.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for people like Liam Williams and especially Chris Jenkins, not because we know him and he's our mate and he lives up the road, but he's a guy. I had a look. Well, something popped up the other day. Date. I was listening to a podcast, I think it was, and Gavin Reese was on, and he was talking about his second fight with Buckland. Now, that was the same night that Tobias fought Callum Smith, and Chris Jenkins was the floater on the card. And we bought our tickets for Chris to go and watch Chris. It was about 6 or 7 of us went to Cardiff to watch Chris. And he was on, everyone had gone home. There was about 25 people left in the audience. It was half 11 in the night. And the only guy from Sky who stayed there was Tony Bellew. Eddie had backed off. Jamie Moore had gone. I had a photo of Tony Bellew when he stayed. I think it was only because he was waiting for his day. But Chris was a floater and he fought some Nicaraguan guy. And I think it was after that. I think he stopped him with a body shot. And I think it was after that fight, it was the interview with IFL maybe, that he said, everyone says I got no power. Go and ask that guy, he's out the back shitting his kidneys out the test. Now, from that was in 2014. We're in 2020 now, 6 years ago. We only know from last year, Chris is on that upward slope and he's really making waves. He had the rematch with Garton to keep the belt, which is, you know what I mean? He's by far the favourite for that fight, although Garton's tough. Chris is clearly the favourite and we'd expect him to win and keep the belt. And then it's on, he's Commonwealth champ, he's British champ, it's on to the big stuff then.
The only good thing for Chris Jenkins over this is it just allows his cuts to heal 100%. True,
but it also, he doesn't want a momentum stop.
Oh, no, just try to put a look at the positive side of it, really.
Taking him so long to build that momentum up, get some recognition, because he was the forgotten guy for ages. Loads of talent, pulls off a couple of wins, takes a fight anywhere against anyone, and for years he was the forgotten guy. Everyone down here knew and hoped that he'd pull it out, and it's just turning around. Gary's got him doing the right things. He's pulling it around. It's really coming good, and then all this happens and the brakes are it. And he's like, don't get me wrong, there's probably hundreds of cases exactly the same as him. Jay Harris, another one. Gets the biggest fight of his life, and then the brakes are slammed on, and he's probably back in Amazon fucking picking up extra shifts, like, because he's got a kid on the way. But
I know it's not quite the same, but like Ricky Wright, like international MC, gone literally all over the world MCing. Now he's back working in a old people's home or something.
Fair play to him. I mean, that's where everyone's fucking dying. So
Yeah.
I take my hat off to Ricky. Like I would have been applying for a part-time in Tesco's rather than going fucking.
But he used to work there before, didn't he? That was his original.
He's a qualified carer. He's got. He was telling me he's basically they were asking him to come back because he's I don't know, level 3 qualified carer. But again, I'd be going, thanks but no thanks. That's where everybody's dying. I think I'll stay away from that, right? But
He'd
no
be
fairness.
on the tannoy in Tesco's.
He'd be imagine him on the tannoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the cheese aisle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way over to aisle 4 where we have some fabulous reduction.
Ductions.
He's missing a trick now. I swear, that's a great show.
We should be his manager as well. Him and Adam Carter.
We form a tag team with them. What we got, Key?
Do you want a quiz, boys?
Yeah.
I got a quiz for you both, which is boxing MMA, and then I got a special quiz for Jameson.
Right.
Right.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, it is Star Wars.
Oh, fuck. I'm glad my battery's going to run out soon.
Yeah, go on then. Let's do it quick then.
Are we doing the hand?
Right, we go for the boxing MMA one first.
And we go for a hand on the head.
Hands on head. Sorry, hands on head. Sorry, boys. Right.
And we take it off, don't we?
What did we do last time?
Can't remember. It was 2 weeks ago.
Hands on heads. Go for hands on heads.
My head's my buzzer. Oh.
Yeah. Hands on heads for first.
That's cheating, James.
You got to take it off.
Yeah. No, you got to put it on.
All right.
Right. What boxer won the 60-kilogram gold medal in the 1992 Olympics? James.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Correct answer. Brilliant.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Do I get a bonus point for telling me where the Olympics was?
Go on then.
No. Barcelona.
America.
Barcelona.
Yeah, so yeah, Barcelona, America.
There probably is a place called Barcelona in America somewhere.
Yeah, 100%.
Mexico.
Right. What UFC fighter won silver medal for wrestling at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney?
Ooh, tasty. Oh, that's a good UFC. Fucking hell. Obviously, Henry Cejudo is the gold medalist.
James.
What's his name? Covington.
No.
No, it's not him. I know it's not. Usman. I was going to say Usman.
No.
Usman. You current part. Can I ask that?
James.
Ronda Rousey.
No.
No, judo. There was a bronze medal in judo. Can I ask, is it a past fighter or a current fighter?
I believe he's a current fighter.
Well, I don't fucking know this. He's a current UFC fighter, yeah?
Is it a bloke? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a man.
I'm thinking he's foreign, right? He's not American. As in not American.
James.
Daniel Cormier.
No.
No, he was on the alternate team. He didn't make the Olympics.
Do you want a clue?
Yeah.
Dan Anderson.
No.
Ah, fuck. I was confident that then.
He's 174 years old, Di.
I know. He's still around, isn't he? We have a clue. Yeah, I got to get it.
Clue. Right. He's, I believe, he's Cuban.
No. Oh.
Di?
Yo Romero.
Correct.
Fucking hell. Of course it is. Fuck's sake.
Right,
that's 1 2.
Swansea boxer Colin Jones lost twice in world title bids to who, James?
Donald Curry.
And?
Fuck. I can't remember.
I think I know it. Milton something? Milton McCrory or something,
Yeah, well done, mate.
Come on,
and for a bonus point, he lost one other fight. Any idea who he lost to?
No, he didn't lose to Kirkland Lang, did he?
No.
No, he whooped him, I think.
No, he lost.
Lloyd Hannigan?
No. he lost to Curtis Ramsey as well.
That would never lie.
So is that 1.5 points each?
I'll leave you tot up the scores, boys.
Don't forget my bonus Barcelona point in Spain, the Spanish one.
And
No,
put James
Barcelona.
at Barcelona, America as well, mind. Right. Who did Swansea UFC fighter John Phillips beat in Cage Warriors Fighting Championship 48 in July 2012? Die.
Chris Fields, no.
Correct answer.
Woo! Knowledge. What man?
Right. What have former WBO World Heavyweight Champion Joseph Parker and Aberdare's Dorian Darch got in common? Die.
They both fought Anthony Joshua.
No, not exactly.
They did, though.
James?
They're both sponsored by Strongbow Dark Fruits.
No. You're on the right lines with Anthony Joshua, but I need a bit more, something unique about those two boxers. James?
They both fought Anthony Joshua and Cardiff.
No. Die, sorry.
That's the only fight Anthony Joshua haven't dropped. The only two fighters he haven't dropped.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, the only two fighters is a pro that he's never dropped.
I'm fucking smoking you, you blonde fuck.
Right. Who did two-time UFC champion Tim Sylvia lose to on June 30th, 2009? Die?
Andrei Arlovsky.
No.
I know this. I fucking know this.
Die?
Randy Couture.
No.
Oh my god, Dave. 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, no, if you tell me this and I don't get it. Right. So he beat. No. Did he lose to Rico Rodriguez? No.
No.
Oh, fuck off. I'm going through his whole career.
James?
Was it Sanchez?
No.
What Sanchez?
I don't know. Just
Oh.
Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, I know that. I fucking watched his fights the other day. I watched some of his fights the other day. I fucking hate him, yeah? Oh my god.
Do you want a clue?
Yeah, it's annoying me.
The guy who beat him was an Olympic gold medalist. James?
Henry, what's his face?
No.
Judo.
They're about 150 pound apart. Gold medalist. Gold medalist. How can I not get this? Oh my fucking word. Was it for the title as well?
That's two clues. Oh, question's gone now.
I give you another clue if you want.
No, question's gone.
Yeah, I can't let it go. Go on.
The guy who beat him won the gold medal in boxing.
What the fuck? Gold medal boxer. Oh, fuck me. Don't know. I'm done. I'm done.
James?
Was it Ray Mercer?
Correct, Ray Mercer.
Ah, James.
Redeemed yourself for the last one.
Oh, fuck.
Knocked him out with one big right hand, didn't he?
Yeah, I remember. I didn't know it was in.
They were meant to be fighting like a boxing match, but then for some reason they wouldn't sanction a boxing match, so they changed to MMA fight.
Yeah, because he had two fights in him, so he won one, lost one in the UFC. I'm sure he did.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was in the UFC. It was probably in some other organisation, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, I don't know because I remember I don't know it was he fought. I thought he fought someone else, but never mind.
So do you want a Star Wars round, James?
Yeah, go on then.
I'm
gonna join in. I'm gonna join in on this.
Don't take a piss, right? Because this is serious.
The podcast entered a serious phase now.
Sports done. Shit, sports done with. Let's get down to the real stuff.
Right. I just googled these. I don't even know the answer to this myself, actually. In the first ever Star Wars live-action TV series, The Mandalorian, which actor plays the title character?
Something Pedro something. You know, like
Best.
he's got
Pedro.
Spanish.
Yeah, his second name is the same as a light heavyweight boxer or super middleweight boxer. The fourth Carl Froch.
Kessler.
Pedro Pascal.
Pascal, yeah. He was in he's in Rogue One as well, isn't he, or something?
Is he? Oh, right.
Yeah, he's been in 2 Star Wars films. This is the second Star Wars film. So
right.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the bounty hunter who captured Han Solo? James?
Oh, what am I doing? Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. I know that one.
He's going to be in the Mandalorian season 2, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So he hasn't been killed off then, is he?
No, because he's from the Mandalorian cult, isn't he?
Yeah, but he got eaten by that thing in Return of the Jedi, didn't he?
Allegedly. But as you know with Star Wars, you can die and not be dead.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Right. What space comic strip originally inspired George Lucas to write the first Star Wars film?
Flash Gordon?
Yeah, correct. Well numbered. Fair play.
What a geek.
Right, this is a question only a sort of proper Star Wars geek would know. In total, how many series have there been of the animated series Star Wars The Clone Wars?
7. No, season 7 now, aren't they?
That many.
Was that 4? Yeah, well done, Jim. 7.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me, yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Di, if this was a contest, you'd be stopped now.
I want to be stopped. If it was a contest. Because it's fucking wrong. Star Wars.
Right. This is a question for Di now. Easy question, Di, okay? You can have first crack this one.
Go on.
Which species believed that C-3PO might be some type of god?
The Ewoks.
Correct answer.
And I've only watched about 1.5 films.
Have you seen the Ewoks films? They're good.
No. Next quiz, right? It's got to be on Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf, right? Okay.
Yeah, but pre-season like 8 could have that shit.
Yeah, they were shit. Yeah, like season 1 to 6. 1 to 6. Yeah, 1 to 6.
Yeah. Right, last question, boys. What is the name of Jabba the Hutt's in-house band in Return of the Jedi?
Don't know.
Are those the guys in the bar that go do 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 do?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's the tune as well.
I know.
He knows. No idea.
Spandau Ballet.
Oh, you're not going to get this, boys.
Space Stew Ballet.
The Max Rebo Band.
Now, who the fuck would know that? They don't tell you in the film.
Right.
They don't tell you in the film. Oh, thank you, Max Rebo Band. I
would know, boys.
It's just something you should know, really.
You let yourself down a bit there, James.
I know, I got there, to be honest.
You got all the toys and the pajamas, and you know fuck all about it.
Mate, do you want to know something?
And did you know the guy who directed Return of the Jedi is actually Welsh from Cardiff?
Yeah. See, the guy who does Doctor Who's from Cardiff as well, isn't he?
Is he? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Russ. He's bent, isn't he? He's really gay. You know, like, hey, are you there, Lilley? Nah, we've lost him.
He's there, but his audio's gone.
Look at him. He's like a chimp with a big guinea.
It's like a monkey grabs the camera and is looking at it.
Just start smashing against the floor now, trying to get food out of it. But on that note, I think we're going to be. Is this going to go on YouTube as well, Key?
Yeah, do we just stick it up?
Yeah.
Give it a chance. There we are, yeah, no problem.
Whenever you can, mate, whenever you can. I think it's episode 54 anyway. I think we cover quite a lot then.
Yeah, look, I know it's a bit static sometimes in the audio, but I'm not sure. I think it's sometimes off me, sometimes off you.
Yeah, it might be off me. I think I could hear it like feedback sometimes, but
But then you're talking now, and it's a lot clearer now for some reason.
yeah, I don't know. But like we always say, Keith, it's free, fuck, isn't it? What do they want? What do they want for free? I think it was some nice little gems in there, and some knowledge displayed along the way. I think, but what do they want? It's free, isn't it?
Of course.
When all this is over, we'll start meeting up and doing it properly. But
all right, mate.
Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
It was good to get it out of the way. Nice one, Keith. Thank you, mate.
Good to see you.
Top man.
Catch you on the next one. Ciao, mate.
Bye.
What's that webbing? That's for fucking pedos and stuff, isn't it?
We lost 2 of our listeners. 4 left now.
I had Alistair over him to win by knockout.
I never crossed the track.
It was nice and fucking straight until you fucking touched it.
You said chocolate on a hip.
Yeah, you got a bad it.
Get down, baby.
Let's go podcast. Woo!
Are we podcasting now?